Would you give birth in your back garden? Or how about in a street? Well, these are real examples of a phenomenon called free birthing. Now, free birthing means choosing to deliver your baby completely unaided without the help of a healthcare professional. So it's sort of got us thinking, really. Is it the ultimate in natural childbirthing, or are you really playing Russian roulette with your baby's life? Because it can be dangerous.
Yeah, it can. I mean, I have spoken to a few women that actually did free birth. I was helping research for this programme idea years ago. And it was really fascinating talking to them. One woman I spoke to actually was blind, and she had free birthed one baby totally on her own, and then she was free birthing her second baby.
But what's the motivation?
Yeah.
I mean, why?
Because, I mean, I'm sort of a free birther light. I birthed at home, but I get where they're coming from in that they believe that it's a totally natural thing, that hospitals and other sort of energies coming into the natural process of free birthing stops all of that. And the women that I spoke to said it was an unbelievably powerful and intimate experience just bringing your own baby into... I mean, I couldn't do that. I'd be absolutely terrified, because what if something got wrong, or what if you pass out, or what if you... But I, having spoken to those women, I do understand where they're coming from.
I mean, it's funny that, isn't it? Because when you become pregnant, they talk about your birth plan, and I think they're very good now about trying to sort of say to you, how do you want it to be and everything. And for me personally, and it's different for everyone, is I didn't really care. I just wanted the baby out and safe. That was my absolute priority. And the process of getting there, I wasn't really that bothered about. And I know for a lot of women it's really important. It was very important for you, wasn't it? The actual birthing process. But for me, it wasn't.
I actually think your attitude is really healthy, because for many women, and, you know, myself included, you write your birth plan and you have this idea, and, you know, whether it's whooshy music or oils or whatever. And then when it all goes to pot, sometimes you can feel like you failed because it didn't go to plan. You clearly didn't do it right. You know, a lot of women want to do things correctly. Whereas if your end goal is purely to have a healthy baby safely, doesn't matter how it happens, as long... Then you're more open and receptive, rather than thinking, well, this isn't going quite right, and actually you might be a bit closed.
I know with I had the boys in hospital, and then when I was older, when I had Kira, and they really, really convinced me to go for a home birth with Kira. Yeah, they were like, you should have her at home, you know, your first 2 pregnancies were fine and there should be no problems, and it's much nicer at home, and you can have the family there, and then you're in your own bed. And you know where you get wrapped up and you think, oh, yeah, it'd be lovely. And then they brought all the stuff round when it was near my due date. But then she went over my due date, and then you're not allowed to have a home birth. And honest to God, from the moment I got in the hospital, I thought, thank God I didn't have her at home. Because I was like, if you don't put an epidural in this back, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. And because she ended up being a really big baby, Kira, actually, which is amazing because she's a tiny little thing. But she was my biggest baby, and it was just all I kept thinking once I was in there and I was in pain was, thank God I wasn't at home. And also for me, selfishly, very selfishly, once that baby's born, I thought, oh, it'll just be left with me at home in my bedroom. I was like, I want the nurse to come in and go, would you like me to take baby for you? I used to go, yes, there's an overnight bag.
You see, I'd be thinking of the mess. How can I clean my
toothbrush? I liked all that. I liked the fuss of the hospital and them looking after me.
And what was the level of care?
And I felt safe in hospital, that was the thing.
No, it's just there was a recent survey saying that 1 in 3 midwives, which is quite a high percentage, say that they feel undervalued, you know, in the current time. And I'm sure there's lots of reasons that would contribute to that. But did you value your midwife?
Massively, and for all 3 births, all the midwives were fantastic for all 3. And that's what I mean, they made me feel safe, they calmed me down, you know, all of those things. They were absolutely incredible. But it was weird because when I watched my granddaughter being born, the midwife was lovely, but I noticed she didn't interact as much with Amelia's mum because she was on the computer filling out forms the whole time. She said to me, it's all about form-filling now, so they haven't got as much time.
That's probably
and
why they
maybe
don't
that's
feel
why
valued,
they don't feel valued, because the mums don't connect with them as much because they're not spending as much time.
If you think about, you know, the way babies used to be birthed, and they would be the midwives, and I mean, your
My
mum
mum was a midwife,
wasn't
yeah.
she? And she would go round to somebody's house, and all these incredible skills, the ability to turn a baby and deal with the breech.
Incredible, yeah.
And then really it was men that came along and decided, do you know what would be better? Let's get them lying on their back, because then I can see everything really easily. Well, actually, then a baby's got to go up and round a hill and then look for and come out.
Yeah.
You know, so, and these skills, they say, midwives, are we losing them because of medical intervention?
Yeah, my mum used to always talk about that, yeah. She was very hot on, you know, being able to turn a baby and if it was a breech, etc., etc. And
well, that gives me
she used to,
goosebumps.
you know, say that they bossed the junior doctors about because the midwife was very much in charge.
Oh, yeah.
And in terms of being valued, I mean, even, you know, up until, well, obviously my mum passed away this year, but, you know, people would come up and say, you delivered my son or my grandson, you delivered my daughter, and that would happen all the time, like all throughout her life. And, you know, it always gave her a little thrill.